How is it going, duelists? I have just successfully won the locals. I went 4-0 playing Mitsurugi Pure. I would like to say it was Mitsurugi Pure. Um, it's got a couple engines in it. It'll be shown on the title, but it's pretty good. I've been practicing with this deck list for a while now, and it's my own theory crafted thing, so I am glad I went 4-0 with it. But a couple of my matches that I had for today, I had Fire King game 1, I had Ubel Fiendsmith game 2, and then Malice for the third and fourth match. Those are the worst matchups for me, but I do still play cards that beat them, and I saw them. So, all right, let's get into the deck list. All right, so I started playing with 2 Snake Rain. I am not playing 3 because it is still, you discard a card to use it, but it's still good. And then the next card for our Mitsu list, we're actually playing an Ogdoadic engine because I don't feel like playing Ryziel. I don't like Ryziel. I don't like locking myself into stuff. And this is perfect. I think these cards are wonderful for Mitsurugi, and with that is one of our best starters. But we have to play a brick with it, and Curse is our first brick. It's not bad. You can use it as fodder for the ritual, but it's pretty bad to open. I'd say that's probably worse than opening the Night Sword, which is the Dotscaper of the deck. You have to play it. It's a really good extender. It's perfect for both the Ogdoadic and Mitsu, so that's why we're playing it. And then we had 1 Daybreak, which is the tribute to summon a bunch of tokens. Super easy to play. And the Water Lily. This is just a free extender if you need it. Especially for how many reptiles we're playing. It's pretty good to just use that effect to reborn one as well. So it's done me wonders. And our last card, which is a brick as well, is our Planet Pollutant Virus. It's probably one of the best cards in the deck still. This is the reason why we're playing the deck, is for Planet Pollutant. Not a lot of people know the card, and it's a Raigeki and a Skill Drain paired with Cosmic Slicer. So, very good card. On to the next engine. We played our Mitsu stuff, of course. We played 3 Mitsurugi Ritual. Always played at 3. There's no reason not to play it at 3. Incredible card, and it's hard to search. You can only search it with the Saji, which we're playing 2 of. And so we want to max out on them. But Saji, I play at 2 because it's not my normal summon of the deck. It's just a really good search card that we can special in our deck. Or tribute for anything. So that's why I'm playing it at 2. And then I'm playing 1 and 1 of both of the rituals because inherently they're bricks. But paired with the ritual, you want to see them. So it's good to play at 1. And then our last brick for Mitsurugi is the Kusanagi. It's you have to play it at 1, but it's such a good card. I wouldn't ever cut it. There's no reason to, right? You want to trigger it off of the ritual spell. So, and then we have 3 prayers. The reason we're playing 3 is because in the draw phase, we can do our stuff and search. And a lot of people love to play Droll. So that's why we're playing 3. And it's one of our better semi-starters. And the last card in Mitsurugi is Great Purification. I do not count this as a brick because when I see it, it brings me joy. Because the hidden effect of in the grave to reborn a reptile and tribute a monster is incredible for Snake Rain. So I maybe could buff the Snake Rain to 3, but I think it's fine at 2. And this is a great card. But that's the Mitsu engine. And then for the last engine of the deck is Melodious. So we're playing 3 Ostinato because Branded Fusion's a really good card and this one's better. We're playing 3 Refrain. Normal summoning this card just means that we get a King of the Feral Imps. And the last card is the brick for the Melodious engine is Cannon. It just special summons itself as a 4. We're not playing Couplet and Concerto only because they're harder bricks, and I don't want to play those. I think this is this is the best. And then it's 7 cards. Easy. I side this out a lot of the time for really good hand traps. But then we have non-engine. We play 1 pot because we can count this as a starter. We always see our starter or our board breaker. I think it's a good card. And we are playing, as our hand traps, we're playing 3 Fua. Credible card. I'm fine with maining it. It's also a 4, which is very good, and it also pairs well with a really good side deck card that I play, but we'll get to that later. And then we play 3 Ash Blossom. This is so you don't get Fluid or Meowls. You gotta play 3, unfortunately. It's not incredible, this format, to hit. Maybe you hit like White Binder, which is good, but it doesn't feel as good. It's more for a defensive option. And then we play 2 Droll. Ryzeal, just for Ryzeal. Some Mitsu, Blue Eyes. It's good. Malice is the only deck that doesn't really care about this card. And then we play 2 Ghost Ogre for Ryzeal and Blue Eyes again. Good card. Nothing wrong with it. And then we're playing 2 Nib. I'm playing 2 of most hand traps because they all say once per turn, minus the Droll. But I'd rather pair up hand traps instead of brick on multiple of the same hand trap. So that's why I did it like that. And we're playing the Fool in the main, so it makes sense to have only 2s instead of 3s. And then for our last bit of non-engine, playing Called By, Talents, and Imperm. We only play 1 Imperm because we're playing Thrust in the side, which we'll get to. But defensive cards we have to play, and that is it. It is a 45 card main deck. We will go to the extra deck now. We have our Fusion, Baka. We play it only the 1 Fusion for Melodious because we don't care about playing the other ones. And a lot of people just bait or get hand trap or use their hand traps on this stuff, which does not bother me in the slightest. I do not care. You can hand trap me there. I'm gonna win if you do it. So our 1 Fusion of the deck, and then we play our Xyz lineup. We have 3 King of the Feral Imps, the best Xyz in our deck. Pretty standard for playing a reptile list. I don't want to change it. It's pretty good. And then we play 1 Exciton Knight. Probably the best card that I used today. It board broke just how I thought it would do, and it's done me wonders. And then we played Tornado Dragon. Summoned this a couple times today just because the Malice players don't get hit by Abyss Dweller, so I just made Tornado Dragon instead as my end board. And then we played the Abyss Dweller because it hits everything other than Malice. Again, we're just playing overall good rank 4s, and this is the best one in the game. And then the last rank 4 I play is actually Castell. So there's a reason I'm playing Castell over certain rank 4s, like Baguska or whatever. It's because this can out random stuff, which is really good. And it's, again, paired with a really good card in my side deck, which we will get to, but keep this guy in mind. And our last ranks we're playing is Zeus and Typhon. Not much explanation there. They're just really good cards for this format. And then our links, we are playing the 1 of Cross Sheep. I am very much enjoying this card. I was reading it the other day and I put it in and I'm like, I might as well test it for today. And I summoned it almost every game, which was really surprising. The draw 2, discard 2 has saved me a lot. When I brick on Fool Loss or brick on cards that don't do anything in my hand. So I'm glad I put this in, but it's the only non-reptile that link we're playing, which is kind of problematic, but we'll show the other ones. Well, we are playing 1 of Haggard, which is the best reptile in the entire game. Every deck can play it, and it's generically good. And then we played one Shock Trooper, one Echidna, and our final one is Cosmic Slicers of Roll. This is the entire point of the deck. This one card. Yeah, that's why I built it, is because I really like this card, and I've been playing Ogdoadic for a long time, so summoning this card makes me happy, and paired with Abyss Dweller, it's pretty hard to out. And that is our links. And then the last portion of the deck list will show the side deck. So we played the 3 Meows, pretty standard hand trap for specifically Malice and somewhat Ryziel-ish, like maybe you grab 2. Same for Fiendsmith, it's 2 or so it's okay. And then we played 3 Lancia. Again, Malice, I'm not a fan of playing against it, and this deck can't naturally beat it, quote unquote. So we got to play a lot of cards for it. Same with Burial from a Different Dimension. This is my tech card for this format. It's very strong if they shifter you. So I think this is probably what fixes the faults of playing against that deck. I'm able to set up Cosmic Slicer combo if I have this in hand while they shifter. It's just a bit harder, but I mean, it's still good card. And then we are playing a Thrust package, which we're playing 2 Thrust. We're playing Dark Ruler. We're playing Harpy's Feather Duster. And our last card for the Thrust is Harpy's Featherstorm, which pairs well with Foolos and Castell. It's a very good card, this format, especially with Ryziel. I don't actually know why they're not playing Castell. If you are going first and you can get this card, you probably won. Especially for Ryziel, I think. I think Ryziel should be just playing it. Just skipping your opponent's turn is just so good. Especially playing around Nib and having tons of follow-up. I don't know. I think people should be playing it, but we are then playing one of Rivalry of Warlords because we're ending on Reptiles, right? So strong card, and we can play through it on our turn because we're just making Reptiles again. And then my last card that is a time card is Granadora. I sided it one game. I didn't have to use it though. They burned themselves. This is an interesting tech choice. It is a searchable card that if it's summoned, I gain 1,000 life points. And playing a card that burns 800 life points to do an effect, this is very good. Very good card for my side. And I'm glad I didn't have to go into time and use this, you know. So that is the last card of the deck, and I think that is it. Thank you for watching. I hope to be featured more on my own channel because I think I'm a pretty good duelist, and I'm glad I played Ogdoadic today. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good night.